authority to order. We'll start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Dave.
Present.
Jeff.
Present.
Jerry.
Present.
Bob.
Present.
Myself. Public input on the agenda items. Anybody got anything? Rose?
Yes, on the motion to pay the bills on the bill list. Do you have the payroll total that was paid out for the month?
Do I have
Because,
it?
yeah, because actually then this total is not an accurate total because you're not including all of your payroll. I don't care what the supervisors do. I'm asking about the sewer.
All I have, Rose, is what my total is for the month. I can give you my total.
All right, what's your total?
My total is $152.06. That includes the $40 for the meeting and $112.06 for work that I did through the township.
Dave McCullough, what's yours?
My gross?
Yeah, gross.
Gross.
No, you gross from last month is zero. Or no?
No,
$40.
$40 for the meeting.
Jeff?
I wasn't here last month.
Karen?
I don't know.
You don't know what your gross pay was?
No.
Well, how can the board authorize and that you're going to pay these bills you don't even know? Jerry?
I'm saying 350 plus 40 bucks for the meeting.
40.
Any other employees?
Elmer by Lotus got, I don't know exactly what he got, but it was slightly over $100. I don't know exactly, slightly over 100. Lisa got, I think hers was slightly over 100 too. I don't know exactly.
So do you know Karen's?
Well, her gross was, I don't, she got what she always got.
No, it doesn't. I mean, the hours vary, don't they?
I don't know.
He doesn't have it, he's just going to have to guess at it, and he's not going to guess.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
we'll give it
she
to
got
you
what she always
We'll
got.
give it to you next month.
Okay, you'll give me the totals. Well, yeah,
We'll
could
give you
you?
the totals for everybody for next month.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. See, Stanley, I knew that integrity and transparency was going to come through
We'll
with
give
you.
you what we have next month, and you'll have everybody's
Okay, great.
gross income. Any other questions?
Did you have executive session
Yes, we did.
on
Personnel,
just personnel,
not personnel, but litigation.
litigation?
Yeah.
All the members present?
I wasn't.
What's here now? That's it.
I didn't hear anything about litigation.
No, I wasn't either.
So there was Perry and McCullough. You were not at the executive?
Just what I discussed with Dave, that's it.
No, I'm asking who was at the executive. So Perry and McCullough weren't
Me and
there.
Jerry, that was it, and Dave. We didn't even have a quorum. So it was really no executive session as per se. It was just that I asked Dave the legal questions. So if you want to call it an executive session, then that's what we have.
Well, I don't know. I asked you if you had an executive session. You said
It
yeah.
doesn't qualify as an executive session.
No, it's not.
So you, me, and Karen, basically,
That was it.
before the other members came.
Well, shouldn't you have included all the members?
Fine.
Shouldn't you have included all the members?
If we
The
felt we
chairman's
needed
not,
to.
excuse me, the chairman's not allowed to ask the solicitor a question without all the members there.
Well, I don't know. You're saying
I-
executive
I
I
session.
think he made a mistake. I don't think there was a
When I
formal
had asked him,
executive session.
It didn't have to go before an executive session.
We were just having a discussion with the three of us. So it does not qualify as an executive session.
And you don't share that with the rest of the board?
If the board asks me, we'll share it with them.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions?
No, that'll be later.
Okay. Next will be to review and approval of the minutes from last August. there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as stated.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Karen, I'll abstain from that because I wasn't here this month.
Next, order of business and treasurer's report, Jim.
Okay, the treasurer's report for Tuesday, 9/11/18 is as follows. Our USDA account that we have for our electronic loan payments to the government, we have a balance forwarded from last month of $170.67. The only activity on the account was an interest credit of 8 cents. There were no debits, so the balance as of the end of August is $170.75. The non-EDU account that we have at the Honesdale Bank, we have a balance brought forward from last month of $70,421.90. There was a deposit of $15,000 that came from the capital improvement account in anticipation of money needed to pay for the inline pumps. And there was also a deposit of $1,050 for certification fees. And there was also a deposit of $4,175 for, I believe, 2 new hookups, and a $32.26 interest deposit. There were no debits to the account, so the balance at the end of August was $90,679.16. In our EDU account, the balance forwarded from last month was $979,537.15. There was a $117,424.45 EDU deposits during the month of August. Interest deposit during the month of August totaled $300.06, and the account was debited 52 times for a total of $622,217.84. That was primarily because of the bond payment and the LRBSA payment. So the balance at the end of August totaled $475,043.82, and there was a total of $1,986.39 in outstanding checks. Our saving capital improvement account, also at the Honesdale Bank, we had a balance brought forward from last month of $836,029.04. There was a $365.06 interest deposit credited to the account during the month of August. And the only debit was the $15,000 that I mentioned a little while ago that was transferred to the EDU account. So the balance as of the end of August was $821,394.10. The eminent domain account that we have at the Honesdale Bank, the balance forwarded from last month was $4,289.50, and the only credit was an interest deposit of $1.80, and there's no debits to the account. So the new balance at the end of August totaled $4,291.38, and the August interest from the Honesdale Bank totaled $699.34. And the interest collected at the Honesdale Bank from January through the end of August is $5,237.97. And that's it. There's no report today because the report didn't come in until very late this afternoon. We didn't have time to file it. So we'll report on that next month. That's it.
Okay, motion is in order to accept the treasurer's report. Reconciliation.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next week committee reports. Michael?
I had some trouble yesterday with that wind and rain. It's just where the electric flashed here at pump station 6, and when it flashes on and off quick, it'll trip the pumps. I reset them, waited for a cycle, and they were fine the rest of the day. And then about 11:30 yesterday, it did the same thing at 5. And while I was at 5 pumping it up to 8 tripped. And I reset that, and then they were good the rest of the day. So other than that, everything's been working well.
How about the generator, the battery charger? Has that been fixed on 5?
The north end, he's supposed to put that ground fault plug in for me now for 2 weeks. He still didn't get it in down to 5. I will call and remind him, I did several times already. It's just that ground fault plug goes bad.
Right.
And it's starting all right, and everything, we're checking it, we're recording the hours, so we know it's working, but we don't want to get where it starts to get colder here, and where it'll need that triple charge.
We got a bill from North End for the GFCI, isn't that the ground fault breaker?
Maybe, yeah, that is my fault,
That's what I thought.
unless they just didn't put it in yet.
They billed us for it.
All right.
Was that just to come here and look at it?
Maybe he looked at it, he could fix it, and
It could be,
then you build it for us, and then come back later when he gets the parts.
well, just,
It's
Hold, just hold that.
427 for the bill?
Yeah, hold that
Okay.
until we should.
So I'm gonna hold that bill, is that included on the bill list?
Yeah.
We'll make an adjustment on the bill list.
What invoice is it?
If it's been installed, then they can go ahead and pay it.
86004.
So that's the one we're gonna hold.
Yes.
How much is that?
It's a total of 427.76.
427.76.
Right.
So I'll subtract that from that total
Yeah.
that's there,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, and if you want to make it out, we'll just hold it until it goes
unless they
in.
put
Well,
it
what I
in.
could do is make out a separate one.
Today.
Yeah, if it's in, then we'll go ahead and pay it. If it's not, until we find out whether it's been installed, now we just hold it till we find out.
Right.
So I'll make
I'll
a
call
couple
you,
checks on
I'll
my
call you
phone.
tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah, just give me a call or give Karen a call.
Oh, you have to call the fax line, the phone system is down.
You can call me.
I don't have that.
Okay, the inline pumps, I'm just have a little bit here, but inline pumps for pump station 5 and 8. Probably it's gonna cost us somewhere in the area of $241,000. The grant that we have is for $200,000. We committed for the $30,000 that we already committed to, and we'll probably need another $11,000 or $12,000 on top of that. That's not counting installation, that's just to get the pumps here ready for installation. If Gary's here tonight, I don't know. He said he's gonna try and make it. And once we have the final word on it, we'll know exact figure, we'll know what our bid price comes in on working it up for contract to install. Gary's got stuff, everything I think is almost ready to go for bid. So once he gets a contract or we accept or reject them, we'll go from there. But I think we're gonna have to make a motion to pay, I think their bill is 50% down for them to order, and then once they ship it, or prior to shipping is another 25%. And I believe, I'm not positive, because Gary's not here, I believe that we have to upfront the money and then be reimbursed back to our treasurer.
One last one.
And then the last 25% plus the shipping will be at 30 days. We'd have to put that in a form of a motion, what we, Dave?
Stanley, what was the total cost again? I didn't hear you say it.
For the total for everything?
Yeah, you said pump station 5 and 8,
$241,775.
231,000?
41.
241,775.
And does that include shipping, Stanley, or not?
That's not in the shipping,
No,
that's
that doesn't include shipping.
just the product itself. Now, the shipping will be a little bit cheaper than what they originally quoted us, because now they're assembling everything here in the United States. They don't have to ship it, a big container, everything from France, it's done right here in the United States.
What was the price on the shipping?
Approximately $7,000 a pump. Before it was somewhere around 14,000. And don't quote me on it because I don't know for sure, that's approximate.
Okay.
The new quote here,
Yeah.
US.
Yeah. So a motion would be in order for us to go with that payment schedule. I'll make a motion that we pay the 50% down on ordering the pumps, 25% prior to shipping, and then the 25% in that 30 days plus the shipping.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
On the resolution, Dave, that we passed, we've mentioned some things in the past, and I'd like you to see you put in our rate resolution, resolution for the demolition, that they would continue to pay their bill until the structure is completely demolished. Because UCC allows 3 years, and people come out and take the permit out, and then they'll wait 3 years before they even do anything.
Right.
And we're getting nothing. So we have a grinder pump, we have, we can pull the pump, but our casing and everything else, the well pump point is still in there. So it will help them move along a little bit with their disconnect.
I guess I would suggest that if we're going to continue to build, we shouldn't do anything.
Right, we won't pull it. We won't pull it. And also in the resolution, we have a $100 fee for administrative purposes and for our engineer to visit the site for 1 hour. If it goes beyond that, that is up to the applicant. That's for the disconnect. If someone wants an exception to the disconnector system, that's what it'll cost, actual cost.
So is that related to demolition or just in general?
That's in general. That would probably be covered in the rate resolution, I would imagine. And we do have one person right now that's applied for an exception. They said that most of the stuff has been taken care of, that needs to be taken care of, that Gary has to visit the site, and whatever extra money is involved in it would be paid up before we start going. Then one other thing that I'd like to just discuss here is we have quite a few delinquent payers. And I don't know if it would be worth us to post the delinquent people in someplace that's conspicuous that the general public can see, like the county does with taxes. People get arrears of taxes before they go to sell them out. They post, instead put it in the paper. Everybody knows who's behind or who didn't pay their taxes. And it gripes me every time I think about all the people who come in here religiously every single month. Some people pay in advance who are able to, and then you have delinquents that just don't care. They don't care, and right now it's basically a secret unless you come in and ask to see the delinquent report. I think it's getting to the point where we may have to sit down and really look at posting, so people can look at it and say, why aren't you paying your bill? You know, you're doing this, you're doing that. You owe X number of dollars. We've got people that we've sent to court now 4 or 5 times. And they just don't care. They don't care. Maybe if they see their name out there on a bulletin board or something like that, they might care. I don't know. It's just something to think about, and we go from there.
They are, but
Would it be legal to do that?
Way behind. I guess.
It would be, we have to look into it a little
South
closer,
Suburb or not.
look at where you're talking about doing it, you know?
Yeah.
newspaper or building here, or where would you put it?
Probably outside the sewer office or something like that.
I think if you put it, just, I think if it was requirement is you put a description of the property, so you would have the name, the description of the property, and the amount owed.
I think we need some standards, though. I mean, what is considered delinquent,
Well, you could
how
just
much
put-
in arrears, how many, is it months or dollar wise?
Whoever's on the Portnoy list,
That's what we
Might encourage more people.
whoever's on Portnoy.
Yeah, when you go to Fort Knox, the name wasn't delinquent, because you're not paying your bill.
That's true.
It's just something that,
Yeah, the
Think
county,
about.
that I know what you're referring to, I think the county does it, but they're required to do it by law. They don't just do it to do it.
Okay.
Before they can sell the property, they need to advertise.
Okay, well, by the same token, we have liens against them. So we're in the process of selling it. And,
We'll look into it, we'll talk about it.
yeah,
I do have one thing to say about that. I don't know if I'm in favor for that, just due to the fact that the children that are in this building, there's constantly children in this building, and, if for some reason one of their parents or somebody's having a problem, I don't want them coming in here and reading it on the wall.
well, I just said it's.
Yeah, but I said food for thought.
Yeah, just something to think about, because
We don't need to put stress on children like that.
I'm not trying to stress any children, I'm just trying to see that
I know what you're saying, right?
we have a lot of money
I know.
that's out there that we're not collecting. And I think it's a disgrace that we're not getting it from these people, and they don't really care. We're not creating a problem for them or for their children. They created their own problem.
So are there people that, and I don't understand how this works, are there people who are not paying, who are not referred to Portnoy for some reason?
No, it's basically.
So they're all referred.
Now, see,
Yeah.
when we get the report,
Yeah.
okay, I believe that needs to be redacted to the standards the board wants. The Portnoy report is a comprehensive report that anyone that's ever been to Portnoy is still on.
Oh,
Okay, they can be removed. If they've got a zero balance, they're not delinquent anymore, but they're on that report. So we could take all the zero balance. There are some where somebody came in 2 days after it was sent to Portnoy. Well, they're listed as an error with a zero balance, because we did take the money because Portnoy didn't
Right.
process it yet. So the ones that don't meet the criteria can be taken off, and it does have the tax map number on, and the address of all the properties, and service address of the properties.
I'm just looking for a way
no, I
to,
understand.
would sort of prod some people to start paying their bills.
Could we contact Portnoy and ask them what's going on, if they can do anything more,
We just
care?
Well, we do that constantly.
And then what's the reply?
Yeah, I mean,
We'll look
it's
into
a
it.
process that they go through, and it just takes
I
time.
suppose they have a lot of laws that they have
Sure.
to abide by.
Yeah, everything has got a step.
Doesn't seem like anything really happens, but people's interest keeps going up.
Well, the interest keeps going up, but I mean, Portnoy, we don't have to
Should
be
I?
Portnoy, Portnoy has gotten us a lot of money.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for
It's
them,
hard
we
to
would,
do that.
Yeah.
we would never be able to collect 1/3 of the money they collected for us.
That's right, we're probably over $250,000
Yeah.
with collection.
They collected,
from Portnoy
yes.
That we would have never got on our own.
I guess sooner or later, the money has to come in.
Right.
Well, it's money owed, it is going to come in, but the idea is when,
It's way too much now.
And then the question is, we may have to raise rates before that money comes in,
Maybe we should speak and see if they can
and
step up a little.
that's,
Well,
that's.
I'm just looking for a way to step up,
Yeah,
for these people to step up to the plate and pay their share.
yeah.
And,
I know we discussed that once before, quite a while ago here.
yeah, and
And I may be wrong in what I'm going to say now, but I think the township supervisors discouraged us from posting those names. I don't know who the supervisors were at that time, I don't know how long ago it was,
it may have, Jerry.
but I think it was discussed and we decided to do away with it. And that was when we decided to go to a collection agency, and we started looking into various collection agencies instead of posting.
And that might be how we end up
With Portnoy,
With Portnoy.
yes, yes.
But,
I could be wrong on that, but I know we did look into that once before.
they did a good job for us. They're doing a good job, but it's just that the process takes so long.
Yep.
That it sort of gets you down. I mean, you have,
I remember Dave saying once, the wheels just as work, but they turn very slowly.
Yeah.
You know?
and if we had the money that we're delinquent, chances are we wouldn't be paying.
You'd be buying the rest of the pumps for the inline pumps
Yeah.
and paying cash.
You know, Karen, what percentage of our total delinquency rate of like 15, 20% or 5%?
Oh, no, it's not 15, 20.
No, but we're now talking 8 years. And part of the problem is.
Talking 8 years of people owing money for that
Yes.
long.
Yes.
We've got people that never paid a bill,
Yeah. Oh,
but except the third.
But if you send it down there 4 times, there's only 1 lien on the property, and they only take, and they get a writ of certi fasciis, they have a judgment, and then they go to sheriff's sale. Only on the one portion that was sent down there first. Okay? So if they make a deal with them that they're gonna pay, and then they renege on it, but if you stay the action, you have to start all over again. And redo another lien.
There's costs involved in that.
Well, Port Knox making a very good living off of us, too. Off of the ratepayers, and people don't understand that it's very expensive. I think just this one sheriff's cost is $2,000.
For sale, I think.
Yes. $2,000 added to their account before they could even dig out.
Okay, just something to keep in mind and see if we can look at something that we can do to make some people pay their fair share. Pay their bill.
Could be three.
No, that's yeah,
I'm happy with Port Knox, to be honest with you. You know, they're collecting a lot
yeah, I
of money
think
for us.
they do a good job for us.
But somebody else is going to be the fee.
The next order of business will be a motion to pay our bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills on the bill list with the exception of that one invoice for North End Electric. We'll hold that until that service is complete.
Is there a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Next is a motion to approve September payroll.
I'll make the motion to approve the September payroll.
Is there a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment. Anybody got anything they want to discuss?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Addressing some of the situations you're talking about, bills owed. I own lots of bills, but here's my situation. I own the property down on Green Grove Road. My name's Daniel Enrico, and the property was damaged, and it was because of the township was damaged. And because of that, I couldn't do anything with the property. I had to wait years before I had to make sure the ground didn't settle anything. And it wasn't that they were on my property digging. Nobody did anything to take any kind of situation to make sure they're not on my property or any damage is going to be, nothing was done. I have the plan, it was supposed to be put in where it's at now. They didn't even call me, they didn't contact me. I saw other people in the minutes of the meeting, when they had something done on their property, it was listed in the minutes of the meeting that was going to happen, and they put it in there, and it was on public notice that they were going to put, if they had to put a line through the property or whatever. They did none of that with me. Nothing. We had, one of the board members he was renting the property off me, and one of the contractors came on the property while Jeff was there, and a pipe fell off and smashed him in the head, almost killed him. I didn't give them permission to be on my property. Anything. They just took it over. Nobody understood anything. Now I'm stuck with all these bills and everything, and like I should have got paid. I never did. Nobody gave me any money for it. They didn't give me the bonding information, nothing. And I went to the meeting. I submitted it. It's even in where with Lindy that they informed the township that this happened, and nobody dealt with it. And I talked to some people in the back, and they all said, yeah, this shouldn't happen, and So I just assumed that maybe it'd be a wash, because I know at the end of the day, I didn't want to go after the township, because the people are gonna have to pay for it. And it's not right for them.
Exactly.
But on the same token, I shouldn't have to eat all this either. So I figured it was a wash, just don't charge me the bills. And when I sell the building, my other ones, I'll start paying on them. But this put me in such a financial burden, you can't even fathom. They're ready to foreclose on it. I have to sell it, I'm doing the best I could. Like not only did that happen, because of pumping the concrete in the ground to fix the building from falling in, now they caused an issue with the ground table, the house next door, the basement's filling up with water. I can't even get the pump to keep up with it. I don't even know how I'm gonna fix that yet. So that's gonna accrue into the cost of I'm gonna have to take out for selling the property. Like, this is a burden, like, immense proportions I've been dealt with.
And I feel sorry for you, but I have no control over that. Nobody sitting on this board had control over that. The engineer was the guy who designed this.
But it was the township who hired them. It was the township who let them put it there. It was the township who said, you can put it here, with no regard to me, or my property, or what was going to happen. And then I'm getting sent all these bills. I don't think it's fair. It's really not. I mean,
who authorized it to go there, I don't know that.
but, I understand that, well, it's other people, but it's still the township. It's township is responsible for it. The name of the township is responsible for it. Just because somebody's not on the board and they leave, doesn't mean that, okay, well, that guy who did it, so now it doesn't matter.
And I agree with you. I agree.
Well, I understand.
By the same token, is if you have a monthly sewer bill, we expect it to be paid. And we'll iron it out in court or wherever it has to be ironed out. Eventually, it'll get ironed out. We still have other places that we have the same problem, that things went where maybe they shouldn't have gone. We don't know that, but our solicitor is working on it. The contractor, he doesn't even work for us anymore.
I understand that.
But never.
All I'm asking, that we could deal with this, because I called the company that's sending out the one you just mentioned. I called them, they told me to come and talk to you.
Yeah.
To try to settle this with you guys and see if we can work something out.
I think maybe you need to look at the computer and see.
Well, we have to look at everything, and we have to see it, get a legal opinion from our solicitor before we do anything. I wouldn't commit to anything right now.
I understand. I just want, I just want to start the process so we can do something. Because this thing, I got a notice that this is gonna go for sheriff's sale in a couple of weeks. So I want, you guys can stop this. And again, I'm trying to make everybody whole, and I don't wanna hurt anybody, and I don't wanna get hurt with anybody. So I'm trying to work with everybody, and I hope the same happens with me.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what Dave's opinion is on, and we'll take it from there.
I greatly appreciate it.
That's all I can say to you right now.
I appreciate it very much.
I can't say, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, because
Okay, as long as.
then you're gonna come to me and say, well, you lied to me.
No, I understand that, but just as long as you guys could try to come to some kind of conclusion, we could work something out
We'll look
amicably, I greatly
And we will
appreciate
look at
it.
everything, we will look at the computer to see where we're at financially with your problem, what claims you have against us, and see where we go from there. That's all
Okay,
can-
I mean,
that's all I
now,
can
the
say
bills,
right
you probably don't have a copy of the bills now. I mean, from the property damage, I got some money from Lindy, I went after myself, but that was only half of it. So I mean, again, to offset the bill, it's gonna be a lot more than what I owe you guys. And again, I'm at the point where, listen, just watch this and let me get rid of my property, and I'll start paying the other on the other ones, and like it never happened, and everybody goes home well.
I don't know if it's in litigation as of yet, but if it is, or if it isn't, I think we probably said enough to each other tonight what will transpire. We will look at it, and then we'll get back to you.
Okay.
I just want to make a note too, if it is going in litigation, I probably am going to be witness to that.
Well, that's,
Yeah, Jeff was witness to everything that happened.
it doesn't matter who's going with who or what. I'm just saying that we have to look at everything before we can say, we can't wheel and deal until we find out all the facts.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I ask a couple questions? Because I've met with Mr. Urigo.
Yes, Karen, we spoke many times, thank you, Karen.
Well, first of all, you left me with the impression that you were filing a lawsuit against Lindy for the improper installation, and that you were in negotiations with them, and that they had given you a chunk of money, but you wanted more. Is that true?
Well, what happened was that was part of the settlement.
I don't think you have to answer that.
Yeah,
I don't think we have to question.
There
whether
was,
we got it.
and after that, what happened
More
was,
business.
I found out about the bonding information, that's where the problem grew. I should've got the bonding, and I shouldn't have to go out through that. Because I had to pay money out of my pocket, and, I should've just had the bonding, and the bonding company could've took care of everything, and it would've been done like that. And why that information was not given to me, to this day, I have no idea. And I even have lawyers telling me that.
I don't think we should discuss it anymore.
Okay, that's fine, let's leave it at that, thank you.
I don't know, we did.
We'll go over it, we'll review your
Okay. Now,
case.
why don't you guys talk among, and then I will, whatever financials you want to discuss, we'll discuss at a later time?
That'll be fine.
Okay,
But right now, till we talk to Dave and stuff, I don't wanna,
okay, I understand,
I don't wanna keep talking, then
right,
you said this, I said that.
I understand.
We'll just stop right now, and we'll take it from
Okay.
there. Once we review
Thank
and
you.
discuss with our attorney, we'll take care of it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're talking about both buildings down there?
Well,
Or just
actually,
one?
it's, again, because of the damage that accrued,
Yeah.
and it was all the other bills too, I paid some on the other ones, but it was such a financial burden, I'm getting behind on it, I couldn't rent the building out, so I was losing money, I couldn't even afford it, I started where I'm in foreclosure, so I couldn't even afford to pay it, I finally had the renter start paying the other one, they're moving out, I have to get a new renter now. And that was, the other building, I couldn't keep, now that the water keeps coming up on the floor, I couldn't even get the renter in there. That's why I just have to get rid of it, I can't afford to even keep it anymore. And again, with the building, I couldn't do anything with it, so it's just sitting there empty and I'm paying a mortgage on it. And this financially crippled me. We have everything to do to make ends meet. I mean, like, even with that, like, I didn't even go after, I had no idea it was gonna take as long as it did. I didn't even go after lost rental or anything on the building, so that was, and I didn't even claim that, it was just for damages. And again, I was involved in a lawsuit before, a big lawsuit, and I don't wanna go through one again. And again, I know the way this is going, I don't want it to go on the people's bill, where it's, Danny Arrigo's the reason why our bill's going up. I don't want that to happen. And again, I think there's an easy way out of this for everybody, where nobody gets hurt.
But like I said, let us review it, and then we'll be back to you.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Rose?
Yeah, when you said about making a list, which I know the Portnoy list exists because I get it many a times. So how much additional expense are you going to cause for the sewer authority, where you're going to have somebody doing more paperwork and more copies, and then trying to humiliate people? Are you sure you're not going to be violating people's rights? I mean, I don't care if the guy next door to
That will
me.
be discussed before we do anything, Rose.
Okay,
That's why I
but
said today-
have you looked into how much additional paperwork that's going to be? It's
I
just
don't
like you
know.
put a camera, that's the silliest thing, you put a camera out there so that if people bring their bill. So then you're gonna pay somebody $15 or $16 an hour to see if what day that came in to collect $10. I mean, that's ludicrous. That's just totally ludicrous. And to, like really, yes, they post the property taxes,
Sure.
which I think is by law, but I mean, as far as posting a sewer bill, electric bill, a telephone bill, I think you're looking
Well, the
into
thing of it is you'll
Well,
never
I'm
see
not
You'll never
finished.
see a telephone bill or electric bill get as far behind as what a sewer bill is, because they'll just come and shut you down. And if you don't
Sometimes.
have any electricity, you don't have a phone bill.
Well, sometimes the electric company has a program, I see on my bill about contributing that, people are, have low finances or whatever, or you go to the county and maybe apply for grants. There's all different
Sure there
avenues.
is.
Now, how about I see that the township has CDBG money coming? So, I mean, you're already condemning people because you're not in their shoes. You don't
I'm
know.
not condemning anyone.
I'm not, yes, you are.
No,
because
I'm
you're-
not.
you're-
I'm just saying that
I'm
you
not
should pay the
finished.
bill.
You're trying to humiliate people. You're gonna put a list and spend $400 or $500 to have somebody put their name on and what they owe here and what they owe there. And everybody, you just better check and see about if it's
And
violating
we will
people's
do that.
rights. Because I will.
We will do it. You can do what you want to do.
I
We'll do
don't,
what
oh,
we
trust
have.
me, I know I can do it. I don't need you to tell me.
We will do what we have to do.
Well, I mean, you better think about it, because I think
have
that the
any
money
other
that you spend to try to do all of that, and you have a Portnoy list,
You
it's
made-
available.
you made
Why do you
your
keep
point.
talking over me? I'm still gonna make my point. Let
You
me
made your
finish,
point.
let me finish talking.
You made
You
your
have a
point.
Portnoy list. It's right there. I've seen it. I see the people listed over and over again.
That's right.
Portnoy is collecting monies. You know, Jerry, you're fortunate enough, you're on the sewer board, you're making, what'd you tell me? So you're getting help to pay the bill. Maybe the guy that lives down the road from you isn't fortunate enough to be on the board to get $40 and whatever else you're earning to help pay their sewer bill. Did you ever think
Anybody
about
that
that?
wants the job, Rose, can have the job. If
Well-
they're capable of doing it, if you think that $300 that Jerry gets a month.
It's not talking about whether he's capable or not. It's talking about that he's getting help and maybe the guy down the road isn't. Okay,
Maybe
that's-
he's not.
that-
Maybe the guy down the road's got to get a second job to take care of things like that.
And maybe he isn't physically able to.
Then there may be help for him.
Well, then you should look into maybe getting help for it rather
I'm not going to
than...
sit here and argue all night with you. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, I do. I want to
Okay,
know, you
yeah.
said that there's going to be somebody about being an exception to hooking up.
Yes.
Who is that?
Rich Caruso,
Okay, and which property? Which property? Is it
the old store.
the store?
Yeah.
Could you give me more particulars on that?
No, I can't.
Well, what? He's
That's
going
the store.
to disconnect everything?
He's going to do whatever he has to do to get an exception, which is to disconnect his water, disconnect everything that has to be, the sewer, everything has to be disconnected. And if it meets the criteria, and our inspector goes in there and finds out that everything's been complied with, then he can meet the exception. And he can disconnect the building, and the building will sit there vacant.
Yeah, well, it's too bad that same proposition wasn't given to Schalke's, because they could have disconnected instead of, I don't remember if you were on the board or not, but because there were certain people that made an issue about it, and they had to tear that house down. When they could have had an exception, could have disconnected. All right, that's all my comment is on that. Do we have an actual sewer manager in the sewer authority? Is it Mike or is it you, Stanley, or is there a manager?
What do you mean by
I don't
manager?
A manager, a sewer manager.
What
Well, I don't know.
What does a manager do?
That's what I'm asking you. Do we have a sewer manager?
We don't know what you mean by
We
manager.
have 5 managers.
Okay, so there is no titled sewer manager?
No,
Okay.
the
All
board.
right, that's all I want to know. Do we have any special programs or grants that are being applied for right now? Like you got to apply for the grant for the pumps, but is there
Yeah, we
anything?
have another one that we applied for. Gary's not here, he can tell you what it's all about. But yeah, we have applied for another grant.
And that is for,
And it'll be used for pumps and maintenance and so on and so forth.
okay, do you know what the dollar value is on that?
I couldn't give you the figure, Rose, because if I give you a figure, I'm only guessing at it, so we'll wait until Gary has this. If he comes tonight, you'll get it. If not, you can check with Karen, and we'll get that figure for you.
Okay, do you have any court dates scheduled for any of the upcoming court cases?
Dave, do we have anything? Nothing.
Okay, because I looked, I didn't see anything, but I just wanted to double check. How about that Carson study? Where's that at?
It's still sitting on the table.
It's still
We haven't
sitting
done
there and
anything- We
you,
haven't done anything with it. Some of the stuff we've looked at, some of the stuff we haven't, so
Okay.
that's where it's at.
okay, Process Technology is going to be doing, their improvements and their additions up there. Do you have any, count of what their the additional EDUs will be?
No, I don't. As
No?
of this point, I don't.
Okay, because then if there's a substantial amount, will you be able to consider to reduce the sewer bill?
I don't know what's going in there. I know it's going to be manufacturing it, but I don't know what kind of discharge they're going to have, what kind of water consumption they're going to be using, And all of that will be figured out by the engineers, so how many EDUs that we have.
Okay, so you haven't gotten any of that yet?
No, because they haven't even taken any permits out yet.
Okay, okay.
Anything else?
No,
Motion is in order to adjourn.
I'll have one thing, Mr. John.
Go ahead.
In regard to what Rose and Stanley were discussing about posting the list, I remember years ago when we discussed that here before we went with Portnoy, that was suggested to us by other municipalities. They were using it, and it turned out to be very successful for them. And so that's where we got the idea from. It's not an idea we dreamed up. It was an idea suggested to us. We discussed it, never went with it.
yeah, and I also remember discussion, and I don't know when and who was on the board, about the legality of it and doing that to people.
Well, other municipalities did it.
Well, you know, if people go and jump off bridges, does that mean that we're gonna go and do it tonight too? I mean, you know, who cares about it?
One other thing, Rose, I called for adjournment, but one other thing I want to mention to you, last month you made an issue about, we was only insured for $250,000.
Yeah, did you get the paperwork on that? I forgot my notes from that.
Yes, we do.
Oh, good.
We do have it, so if you want it, you can have it. Our money is protected.
Okay, as long as you have the paperwork on it. I was gonna bring that up tonight, but I didn't bring, my notes, so, because I was busy doing other things.
By the way, in regards to that, Rose, what you and Mr. Strunham just discussed, that question was answered in the minutes. This is something that Karen and I researched after you brought it up at the last meeting. That question was already answered, and it's in our minutes.
In which minutes? In here?
No, and I suggest maybe you want to get a copy of these. No, it's the minutes from May 9th of 2017.
Well, I'd have to look
That
at
question
it.
was answered. It's in the minutes.
Well, it could be in the minutes, but the documentation from the bank is what counts. Your minutes
The
are
documentations,
worthless.
we have the documentations.
Okay, well, as long as you have a documentation from the bank and it's signed and sealed by the bank, then you don't have a problem.
We have-
And then who you should bring it to the attention to is the auditors, because they're the ones.
They did.
That's already been done.
They
Well,
did.
Yeah.
Are they gonna amend your audit report?
No, they don't have to.
They don't have to, it's an audit, and
Well,
next year maybe they won't put it in.
well, they should amend it and make a correction.
The statement is true, Stanley.
Okay,
We called them.
motion to adjourn, is that in order?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.